Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I've been filming a lot today, so you're probably going to see this makeup quite a few times. But I wanted to do a makeup fails video. I did a makeup I regret purchasing video like, I don't even know, almost a year ago probably, maybe back in August or so. And so I guess that's not really a year, but it feels like a year now that summer's approaching. But I digress. I just wanted to talk to you guys about makeup I regret purchasing, or just I don't like in the recent months. So I just wanted to share it with you guys because sometimes these videos, it's good to talk about positive things and talk about things that do work, but I think it's equally important to talk about things that don't work and why. If I say a product that you happen to love, it's obviously nothing against you. We all use products differently. We all react to products differently. So these might work for you, they just really didn't work for me, and some of them weren't terrible, they just have caveats that make me not really want to reach for them. So that's my little disclaimer. I'm going to jump into it. A lot of this is eyeliner as I'm like looking over here, so I'm going to start off with the non-eyeliner items. The first one is an Essence eyeshadow palette called All About Grays. So I actually got this for free. I did not buy it, so I don't feel too bad about talking about it. It's kind of a long story how I got it, but essentially, like, they came to my campus, and as a graduate student, I will gladly take anything that is given to me for free, especially makeup. So I went, and I got this. This is one of the items I was allowed to pick out, and the colors are actually, like, they swatch really pigmented. I'll just swatch, like, a couple for you, just on my finger. They look really pigmented, right? Like, that was barely touching it to the pan. And they even look halfway decent on my hand. You know, they're not great, but they look okay. The main issue is in blending. I tried to do a look, like two different looks, one on each eye with this palette. And I even tried different techniques. I tried using them over sticky bases, just over primer, and I just couldn't get them to blend. You know, in the end, it just kind of looked like all of it looked gray. And I know it sounds dumb because it's called All About Grays, but you have like, these blacks and whites over here. And even if you put those in, it just kind of turned into a muddy gray color. So I'm sure this wasn't really expensive, like if you went to Ulta and bought it, but it just wasn't great, guys. It just wasn't. I don't feel terrible because I didn't end up purchasing it myself, but it just wasn't something that was not great. I'm probably going to destash this. Okay, so I have two Kat Von D. Oh, I said I would do the things that aren't eyeliners first. So I'm going to talk about this instead. The Urban Decay Vice Liquid Lipstick. This absolutely kills me to say because I love Urban Decay. And if you guys have been watching my channel, you know I love their regular Vice lipsticks, the ones in the bullets. So I was amped. I was like so stoked when I saw they were coming out with liquid lipsticks because like, I love most things that Urban Decay does. I didn't love the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. That was only okay. But I love their lipsticks. And so I was like, heck yeah, I'm excited. I want to try this. So I bought a color I knew I'd wear. I bought Rapture because this is like my go-to neutral shade. Most people do like traditional nudes. I like mauvey nudes. So, I'm actually not going to swatch it for you guys because I have actually put this in a destash, so I don't want to, muddy it up anymore. I only used it twice, but that was enough for me to know. I wore it once around, the house into school, and then I wore it to a conference, and it was okay, but I found that I had to reapply it too often, and that it was patchy and sticky, and it crumbled right around the inner corner of my lips. And I just don't have time for lipsticks that do that when I have Jouer and Wet n Wild and Black Moon. When I have companies that actually work for me, I'm not going to struggle with the $20 liquid lipstick from Urban Decay that just doesn't cut it. So it's okay. I know some people say it really works well for them. It just did not for me. I don't know. It didn't apply patchy really. I mean, a little bit. Here and there I had to, touch it up a little bit, but it wasn't as patchy as like some videos are making it out to be, but it just wasn't great. And it's a shame. I do like the packaging. It looks really pretty. I do think it's silly how long this is, and I'll show you the applicator. I hate the applicator. It's too long in my opinion, and not like the right shape to really get an accurate like what do you call that, like shoot, I can't think of the word. but just basically precision. It doesn't allow you to apply it with precision. So that's my main gripe. Okay, so the last non-eyeliner thing is this NYX Suede matte lip liner, and this is in Jet Set. And so this one is a deep kind of blue shade, like indigo blue. And I don't know if you can even see on camera, but I passed over that like 3 times. It's just not entirely opaque. You can kind of see as I did that, like how it's not really, it's patchy and it skips and it's like dry. And I don't get this from other NYX like lip liners. Their slide on glide on ones are perfection. And their regular lip liners, the standard wooden ones, are perfectly fine. The suede ones, just not good. Not good at all. I'll still use it. I will still use it, but it just goes on so, because I don't have another dark blue. You know, they're hard to find. Just not good. It skips, it's dry, it looks patchy. It's okay if you put a lipstick on top of it, but really, you know, I mean, which you normally would, but still, it doesn't give the most perfect coverage. So if the lipstick you're putting on top isn't full coverage either, it's like, oh my god, don't recommend this at all. Even though the price is low, I wouldn't recommend that. I would maybe go for the Kat Von D Poe that just came out that's somewhat similar in color. Okay, so eyeliner extravaganza. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Firenze ones. I absolutely adore Firenze. I love almost everything they do. There's a couple things that I don't love, and their liquid eyeliners are one of them, and it kills me to say it. They're beautiful colors, and I'm glad I only bought 2. This is Only a Myth, which is absolutely a stunning color. There we go. The applicator isn't bad. It's very plain. It reminds me a lot of the NYX liquid liners, which I do enjoy. So I can apply my liquid eyeliner very well with this. It's perfectly fine that way. My issue is that the formula is a little bit runny, and I have to go over it twice. And when I do that, it kind of makes my eyelashes gloopy, if that makes any sense. And I found that throughout the day, this kind of faded and flaked off. So I wasn't a huge fan of it. I always wear primer whenever I do my eyes, so it wasn't like, you know, I should wear primer. There's the blue. This one's called Cloak of Night. They're okay. They're not great. I just need something that's going to last and stay in place all day, and that I don't have to think about or worry about, like, that it's kind of messing up. It was inexpensive, so I don't, like, it's not the price that I'm worried about. It's just not a great product. And the last 2 things that I regret purchasing as of late are the Kat Von D ink liners. So this is a little one that I got in an order when I ordered the Pastel Goth palette and this liner. So this was just a free sample. This is in the shade Wolf. And I don't want you guys to think it's because I don't like the actual colors, because that's a really cool, like, slate gray matte. And this one is called Dali because I love Salvador Dali. And, oh my, the tip is all messed up too. There it is. It's kind of like a really awesome, like, muted gray turquoise. So my issues with these is that if you're applying them over a shimmery shadow, you're kind of screwed. There's no other way really for me to put it. Like, it's almost impossible for you to go over a shimmery shadow and get an opaque line. And this is somewhat true of her tattoo liner as well, but it's worse with these. So I love the tattoo liner. I mean, it's my favorite eyeliner. It's so easy to apply. It lasts all day. I like the finish of it, but it is a little bit of a struggle to go over shimmer shadows, but it's better than the ink liners. Wolf, now that I'm feeling the tip, it feels a little more sturdy than Dali, and that might be because I've used Dali a little bit more, but it is a felt tip. So I prefer the brush tip of the tattoo liners. It might be the way that it distributes product. I just don't know. I don't like them. I like the colors. I did a look with Dali the other day that I absolutely was in love with, but it was a pain to have to build up the color on top of the shimmer. You know, it's one of those things you're just going to have to decide if it's worth it or not, and I'm not so sure it is. So these are a no for me. They're just, the color selection is great, and there's some really interesting, unique shades. I really think this Dali shade is unique, because how often do you see a turquoise teal liner that looks like that? It's usually more like this, you know, it's not as muted. So I love the colors. I just really don't like having to put up with the application, and every now and then I do it, but usually I look at them and I think, nope, not worth it. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this short-ish, not really video of things that I did not like, that I tried to like, and just couldn't make work. You know, sometimes there's products that are meh, but I can make them work for me. These ones were a little bit harder to actually make work for me and be able to put up with them. The ones that I think are maybe the most okay are the Kat Von D eyeliners, because at least when they go on and you built it up, they last. But the other things are just not awesome. So let me know what you guys regret buying on that happy note. Or if you've tried these and they worked for you and you can come up with a way to make them work, let me know, because I would love to know if there's an easier way to apply these. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a good day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.